Okay.
Oh, she going.
She going.
Just going.
Her eyes are going.
God love it. It's probably only things like grass keeping her alive.
So we'll have a break for a second now. Basically happening because of her teeth, she's just not eating now. And what? Yeah. Very important for me to be a leader, control those feet.
Hi guys, my name's Steve Young. I'm a horseman in the UK. This video is a follow-up video from about a month ago when I met a horse called Pearl. She's the one pictured here. She's 28 years old, and basically she was fading very quickly because she couldn't eat because her mouth was so bad. And Rhiannon, the owner, and her boyfriend had really tried hard to get a head collar on her. She'd had 8 years avoiding being caught, terrified of humans, but she lived in a paddock, lived with the herd. Her feet seemed fine, and she was wormed orally, so everything was okay. And Rhiannon just was giving her some nice end of life, really, and that's what Rhiannon does. The problem was Pearl started not being able to eat because her mouth was in terrible condition. So the harder that Rhiannon tried, the worse it got for trying to catch her, and she became a master of perception of trying to be caught, so she wouldn't be caught. So I got involved a month ago. It was very important on the day that I got a head collar on her, and I managed to do that, and that was what the first video was. Well, today was after Rhiannon and her boyfriend Ken had spent a few weeks gentling her more, making her better with humans. Today was the visit of the vet, and it was very important that this visit went well, and that's what this video is about. So I hope you enjoy it. The first section is some clips to put you up to speed of what happened last time, and a couple of things to come. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you. So if you haven't seen the first video, this is the thumbnail and what it looks like if you were searching for it on Steve Young Horsemanship page. But it's a cracking video and loads to be learnt from it. So the video is about to start now, and the first section is some clips, some little clips from the video before and a few clips of the one to come, only a few. So that's what that is, and then the video will start. And I'd just like to say, as time's gone on, especially in the last month, although Pearl was really loved by Rhiannon and Ken and the family, even though they couldn't touch her, since then Pearl's become much more than just an old broodmare. She has helped, I don't know if she knows it, but she has helped so many people in so many ways, even me. So you'll see as the video goes on all about that.
God love it. It's probably only things like grass keeping her alive, right?
You alright, Ray?
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't have me tears.
No.
Don't start me off now.
Yeah, we'll all be bleeding on it. It doesn't take much for me to go, you know.
Ray's still alive.
At this point, things got a little bit emotional.
And consider there. So I had 1, 2, a week ago. Okay. Now I'm going to see whether I can get to face with her eyes on me. And she just used this to. Has she ever took feed from you by hand? No. Never managed it. No. Let's see whether she'll consider that.
Oh, she dropped it. She'll pick it up.
Dumb it and damn it. Oh, you don't like a touch today. You don't like a touch today, but if she can live through this. You have to come closer. It can headbutt you in a split second. I'm taking this in because if I feel at all threatened, then I can do something with my flag to move her away from me, if need be.
From chronic mental health since around the age of 11 years old. I had it earlier, but from 11 I developed an eating disorder.
It's hard to believe, guys, but that photo Rhiannon says was 15 minutes apart. 15 minutes difference in time.
First self-harm and took an overdose at the age of 13. The ponies are my lifeline. They give me routine and a reason to get up in the morning. I have taken in several unwanted horses and tried to give them the best home I can. I also have ME, also known as chronic fatigue syndrome.
Yeah.
Very important for me to be a leader, control those feet.
There you go, fella.
Yeah.
You're quite the horseman now.
Oh, thanks to you, mate.
She is going to get a little bit upset when the vet's in here.
Yeah, I expect her to go
You know.
back.
Well, the vet turned up, guys, and I can't tell you how over the moon I was when I saw it was Graham Fowlkes.
God love her. It's probably only things like grass keeping her alive. The needle's in.
Needles
Yeah.
in.
Bring her back here.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Pleasure.
She going.
Where's she going?
Just go in.
Her eyes are going.
This lad, and I thought, whoa, this is deep. I said, how did you, I asked him how he met Rhiannon then, because I didn't know. He said, oh, I'm one of Rhiannon's rescues.
I don't know the history of Pearl, but she came to me to retire 8 years ago. Obviously something has happened to cause this reaction towards humans.
Ears, for your balance. And then just stop her now, sit down, say, whoa. That your first trot? Yeah. Back her up because there was 2 pages. Look at that. Stop. Give her a real nice rub now. So hi guys, video's about to start. This is me and Tanya, my wife. We both really hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Morning guys. Today, what a beautiful day here in Wales. A beautiful day for what hopefully will be a very special day for a lot of people. For Rhiannon, for Ken, Tanya, me. We'll be doing a film today. Basically, I'm just checking on my horses here, by the way. It's quite early in the morning. And as you can see, they've all got their fly sheets on now because it is an exceptionally bad year for the horse flies here. And I mean, they're horrible biting things. But yeah, those are very good quality rugs, and they're much better off with them at this time of the year anyway. So yeah, we're off now to meet a vet to Rhiannon's, and hopefully all will go well, and her mouth is going to have attention, and then hopefully everything will be really great then. So yeah, we're going to head off now. But look at that beautiful day. What a lovely day. There's a fair on, Tanya. Fair, that's a rare sight these days. Well, we're on our way, guys. We're on our way now. Don't know why. I just said to Tanya, I got a few butterflies. I never get that. Got a few butterflies. Oh, I hope today goes okay. Yeah, Tanya. Hello, Tanya. Tanya's driving today because happens to the best of us. I stepped down. I'm man down at the moment. You'll notice today I'll be limping quite a bit. If there's any filming of me, I basically stepped down off a horse, and it was in a field, and I stepped down. As I stepped down, my right foot went straight into a hole. I think it was a hole that cows had, because there's bullocks and cows in there. I stepped straight down heavily into a hole, and I thought I broke my ankle. Straight down to A&E. What an absolute nightmare. It's not broke, fortunately, but hell it's swollen. So I'll be a couple of weeks limping around a bit, but it's hard because when you're so busy, you're trying to do everything, and yet you're supposed to rest. So what do you do? So yeah, just to the end of this road. Watch this bridge. This is the skinniest bridge. Yeah. And here we are again, Bab. Okay, do you want to park in there?
For what you've done.
Hey?
For what you've done.
Oh,
Brilliant.
honestly, oh.
Oh. Hey, I'm making a most of this.
Everything will be fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's going to be great
good.
now. And you know Rhiannon's coming on Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah, she's coming on
yeah.
Sunday and going to sit him up on a horse and that, so
Oh my
it'll be
God,
great.
that'd be
Well,
brilliant.
I think the vet's due in a bit, so we'll hop on down there then. All right then?
Yeah.
Oh no, hop on down there.
See you soon.
All right then.
See you soon.
We're here again.
Here
Huh?
again.
What's the difference? What am I not carrying today?
Where's all your equipment?
I hopefully don't need it, from what I've been told. Unbelievable, isn't it? Doesn't seem like 2 minutes, does it? Hello, Rhiannon. How's it going? I've seen all the pictures.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? Thank you so much.
Ah, it's a pleasure. Pleasure's mine, mate. Honestly. Let's hope all today goes well. There you go, fella.
Yeah.
You're quite the horseman now.
Oh, thanks to you, mate.
Ah,
Thanks for
man,
that. You and Hug as well. Look.
quite the horseman. Oh, is she? Fabulous. Fabulous. Well, that's better. That's the.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Can't believe that. And I'm not in a safe spot either.
No, she doesn't even go for it's my breakfast.
What you put on this one?
I want to lead her over the road, but that's all to tie her up.
This one here.
Yeah. Oh, the other word.
And she doesn't pull back on that?
Nope. She did yesterday when I put the rug on her a little bit.
Yeah, and you've got your clip. Did it come out? Oh, you need that longer without a knot in it.
Oh, right,
You
okay.
need a proper rope. We've got some spare rope.
Yeah.
Proper rope for that.
Oh,
You want it long so if she went all the way back there, it wouldn't matter.
Oh, right.
You with me? So I'm going to just cut in here, guys. I need to. If you notice there, I said to Rhiannon, be careful with the rope like that with the clips, because if she pulled back, she'd go into a right panic. And at her age and her health, it would not help at all if she pulled back. She could really hurt herself. So I've just found this little clip here on one of my older videos about the safety ties. So I'm just going to play this tiny clip now to explain what I meant by not having a knot in the rope, making sure that the rope's longer. If you want your horse to be, if your horse is put a bit pulley, then that clipped on will be a lot more tougher. Like that's quite tough there, but if it pulled back, it would come out. Can you see it coming out? Mm-hmm. Now, if you wanted it more heavier than the heavy, you just take that round a few times. There's one, there's two. Right, now I'm going to pull back. Right, that's pretty heavy there, but you could go as many times as you want if you've got a big Shire horse on it. But eventually they won't want to bother. Right, so that's heavy. Now, there's two ways you can either make it lighter. Two ways. One is simply turn it around, right? That now is going from the back in, and that now is lighter. Look, that's lighter. Again, if it's too light, you just flip that round a few times to wherever you want. That's a bit heavier now. That's a bit heavier, but it's still quite light. Right, so you can either flip it round.
I need to get you another head collar as well.
Really? Oh no, we don't need one. Hello. Come on then, girl. See what you're like to lead around. Look at you. Look at you. You want lots of treats? You want lots of treats? Huh? You want lots of treats? Different look in her eye, isn't that?
Yeah, she's a completely different horse.
Let's see if we can get her head down with me a little bit. There we go. You have to come closer. So guys, I'm going to let you in on a little part of my thoughts right there and then. Now, for 2 or 3 weeks, Rhiannon and Ken have been like constantly loving this horse, and Pearl has got to the stage where she's really starting to trust them now, and it's really strange. This little girl here came in, and it was as if Pearl knew that there's no threat there. It's so strange, but like she was so loving towards her. And I thought to myself, do you know what? After seeing that photo, I think she's going to be fine with other people now. I was just hoping, obviously, because there's been failed vet visits before. I was just pleased to see this photo. So right there and then, I asked Tanya. Pearl was fine with me pretty much straight away, but she knew me. I mean, she wouldn't forget me after what happened the first 2 visits I had. She knew who I was, and she was fine with me straight away, which I was so pleased about. I was feeling so confident about the vet come in, thinking, do you know what, we're going to get this done. And then I asked Tanya there, in that little moment there, to just come towards us to film. And as soon as it was someone different, did you notice how she got frightened to death there? And I thought, oh, no. So that did concern me, because obviously with the vet come in and the vets have a certain smell, some horses can't cope with that. And if there's some big scars under Pearl's belly and towards her legs, and I mean massive scars. So I was thinking, well, you know what? Maybe because the last vet that went there, she just couldn't get near her in the stables. I mean, it was a case of jumping through whatever iron bars were there. It was that bad, the evasion. So I was kind of a little bit worried there, and my heart skipped a beat a few times there, but let's see how we get on.
Good job I come in this morning, just to get a, you know.
I think she's got so used to me and Kenny handling.
Oh, that's what happens.
And then.
But it's a good job that I come here, because I just get used to me, because the vet's going to come in, isn't it? And then this is where you'll do it.
You can be the bad guy as well.
So I just get used to me thumbing over here. Have you got a brush?
Yeah, it's in the corner there, Dor.
You know what, I feel look quite good.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with her feet.
That's what I'm thinking. If they're that good, why upset her?
Yeah. I have been doing that, and she hasn't been flinching.
Yeah, she seems all right with that, don't she?
So for those people who not sure what I'm doing there, I'm pinching her neck where the injection will go into her neck, or around about there. So it's important, because I knew the vets would have to pinch there, and you know that's where it's all going to happen. So I did that quite a lot. A lot of it wasn't filmed, but I got really used to taking a pinch there, which I know the vet will be doing. So that's what I'm doing there. Really important. Okay.
She is going to get a little bit upset when the vet's in here.
Yeah, I expect her to go back a bit. I expect her to go back a bit. But if it doesn't work out today, then I'll try again, and I'll try again. I'm not giving up on her now. After all this.
I think it's going to be great. Right, yeah. So she's much better with the what's, isn't she? With the brushing, listening with her feet. You all right, girl? You all right, girl?
She's slowly remembering who you are now.
Probably.
Now, people will notice that I have been backing the horse up a lot here. I did it so much when I was there, knowing that when Graham the vet goes to put the injection in, she's got this habit of running out of fear forward, and I got her to the stage there where I can back her up. She's not going to fly forward as easily if we put pressure on the lead rope to stop her going forward. So she'll kind of listen a little bit more, and that's what my intentions were there. I did lots and lots of rein backing, lots of asking her to move away. So hopefully, if she flew forward, it would mean a little bit more to her, that she wouldn't sort of run through us. That's what all that backing is about.
You've been doing lots of lowering the head.
She does it for it.
She does it for you?
Yeah, if you crouch
A lot of them do. They get so used to feeling better with their heads down like this.
But now and again, a horse will suddenly take it up, thinking, "What am I doing down here?" But the more they do it, oh, he wants a little treat. You telling me? You telling me?
Because when I groomed her yesterday, didn't she? She was just stood there like she'd been.
Wow, and you've been leading around as well.
My mum's led her.
Really?
Everybody's.
Your mum's led her around?
Yeah, she led her over the road and gave her treats.
We're going to meet your other horses now, actually. Oh, look at that. Look at the look in her eyes, Tan. Look at that. Huh? Look at that. Look at that girl. Huh? Well, we were supposed to go round, while we were waiting for the vet there, we were supposed to go round the back to the big paddocks and see and meet the other rescues that Rhiannon's got. But this is a picture I've pinched. Basically, I went round there and my ankle gave way again, so I couldn't keep going. I was going to hurt my ankle worse. So we came back round to the front then. But this gives you an idea of some of the rescues she's got. I think she's got about 10. Like I say, bless her. These are all horses, or most of them, that would have either been put to sleep or were unwanted, and Rhiannon takes them on and tries to give them the best, end of life maybe, or whatever you would call that, end of life, or just be, live a life and be happy. So yeah, that's the part of the hurt she's got. Here, Tanya's going to read something out that Rhiannon wrote out for us, because she kept saying how better she was feeling, and she just couldn't believe how different things were, even with her and Kenny. The last month had been just wonderful for her, and she's much more full of life and just looking forward to life a lot more now. So she said, if we were doing the video, the follow-up, would we just read this little piece out? So I thought it would be better for Tanya to read it out. So that's what she'll do now. So yeah, okay, it's coming now.
I am overwhelmed by the kindness showed by complete strangers from all over the world. My horses are my lifeline. I have had some for 20 years plus. Sometimes I literally only have a couple of pounds in the bank. My family helps me out as much as they can. Pearl has come so far since Steve worked with her. This gave me a goal to reach so I could get her teeth done and show her humans aren't so bad. So many positives have come out of Pearl's journey. She is trying her hardest to trust us, and her whole manner has changed. I now have new goals for her for the winter. I would like to rug her up, and the next step is to be able to catch her in a field with other horses so she is easier to bring in for the winter feeds. So all of us has benefited from this experience thanks to Steve and Tanya. Also a massive thank you to your support and love by people all over the world. My therapist is extremely pleased with my progress. My confidence is growing daily, and I am not so uncomfortable for being me. My fight isn't over, but yet the positives I have had from Pearl has given me more hope for the future. Thank you so much again.
Kenny?
Yeah.
My man?
Well,
You're going to tell us your story?
I'll have it read out, right?
Yeah, give us your story, man, and then write something down, and
Yeah,
because I think you're,
take me talking.
yeah, and you're going to come down and have a little ride on Nita.
Yeah.
And you're loving the horse thing now, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's a great road to be on.
Yeah.
You'll love it, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh, I'm enjoying
Might
it.
might make a cowboy out of you, yes.
Yeah. Just get me a hat.
Yeah, great stuff. Right, let's go and see the... Well, sometimes things happen for a reason, and I'm there waiting for the vet to come. I couldn't really go around the back and in the fields because my ankle was playing me up terrible. And I just happened to sort of talk to Kenny. I hadn't really talked to Kenny much. The couple of visits I'd had there, Kenny's very shy. And I just happened to, start talking to him properly while we were waiting, and got into a relaxed conversation with Kenny. And very, very quickly I realised there was a lot to Kenny. And, you know, I asked him, you know, he was thanking me for everything and whatever. And I asked him, I said, what's your story, you know, I said, do you want to be on film and tell us what's what? He said, well, I can't really do that, but I'll write something down for you. And I said, what other hobbies you got? He said, well, I'm loving the horse thing at the moment. He said, it's giving me fantastic focus and I'm really loving it. And I said to him, it's a great journey to be on. It'll take a lot of your time up and you'll really enjoy it. And I said, you got any other hobbies than that? I said, like, I've got fishing and shooting and boxing I like to watch. And he said, BMX. He said, I love BMX, he said. And then he suddenly come out with something really strange. He said, I love BMX, he said. And do you know what I did once? He said, I was online, he said, and there was there was a lad in Africa who'd, all he wanted to do was have a BMX bike, and he couldn't afford one, obviously. He was in the deepest of Africa. He said, and do you know what I did, Steve? He said, I managed to arrange a group that would get all these parts, any parts we'd all got that were spare, we'd all put them together, and Kenny built a bike up for him. And he was really proud, and the fact that he'd built this bike and sent it to Africa.
We are going to make BMS big here.
This is the actual bike, guys. And that's the lad. And it was Nigeria. It wasn't Africa, I made a mistake. It's Nigeria. It's Nigeria, that is. This lad, and I thought, whoa, this is deep. I said, how did you, you know, I asked him how he met Rhiannon then, because I didn't know. He said, oh, I'm one of Rhiannon's rescues. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah. He said, I'm just a rescue. I'm one of her rescues. And he wouldn't really elaborate on that. He wouldn't go on camera. Too shy. So he's wrote something down. I'm gonna read it for you now. If you know, I'll read what he put down. I haven't actually read it yet, so I'll be reading it for the first time. But he said, I'll write something down. He said, if you want to tell my story, this is pretty much it. So I'm going to read that now to you, okay? He's wrote it down. It came through, and Tanya's printed it out for me. So, yeah, this is Kenny. Due to a relationship breakdown, I had become homeless, but I stayed up north as long as I could to be close to my daughter. I was homeless for about 6 months and struggling. It was a real struggle. Before I decided to move back to my parents in Wales, I met Rhiannon online. Neither of us were looking for a relationship at the time, but the more we learnt about each other, the more we started falling in love. We were both at rock bottom at this time, but we feel that we saved each other and continue to grow daily. We have now planned a future together, hopefully. So she took me in and my cat, so you can call me one of her rescues as well. I love learning more about horses and plan to continue to learn more about them. I love working with horses and all that they stand for.
Yeah, good, thanks.
Well, the vet turned up, guys, and I can't tell you how over the moon I was when I saw it was Graham Fowlkes. He's the owner, you know, the owner of Cots Vets Equine. I can't tell you how pleased I was when I saw that it was Graham, because Graham's so experienced. And I met Graham 20 odd years ago when I moved from the Midlands down to Wales, and he'd recently started the Cots Equine veterinary surgery then, and over the years we've been together a lot, for different reasons, different horses, some happy times, some sad times, and I was so pleased because, you know, it did mean a lot. There'd been a few failed vet visits for Pearl, but when I knew it was Graham, I was so pleased when he turned up because of his experience and his way with horses. So yeah, so Graham's there, we've turned up, and now I really have got the butterflies, but in a nicer way now. I'm feeling pretty good at this minute now. Just give her a rub.
So this is Graham, the vet.
Yeah, you stay there with her.
What I'm going to do, I'm just going to stand at the shoulder. Just stand here.
There's a load of treats. We've been giving her lots of treats, which we don't like doing with normal horses.
And I'm going to go on to the...
Rub her to death.
I have been preparing her always.
This is her safe place, Gray.
What, this?
Well, this is where she feels most comfortable here.
Okay.
Yeah. So if everyone just talks as normal, like
Here.
yeah, just here is where her safe place is. There you go. Just rub on her. These two slowly moving.
Just put the pinch on her.
Yeah.
When she accepts that, I'll walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you've been trying, haven't you?
Lovely job, Gray.
She won't take a treat off me. No one ever takes a treat off.
There you go. You dropped it, but there you go. That's it. That's it. That's it.
The pinch is a little bit stronger now.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm pinching is that this is how horses say though, isn't it? They sort of bite each other. I'm not a biter. Well, you know, we need to hold her. Don't let go. Draw. When was the last time that you know she's ever had an injection?
I've got no idea. I've had it for 8 years. James had it for I don't know how many years. Well, we couldn't get near her.
No.
She was actually dangerous when the other lady came up.
Marie.
Yeah.
Marie.
Oh, we met her the other day. Where was it? The French girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so nice. We had a chat with her.
In Julie's.
Julie
She went to see
Wilson,
Julie
yeah,
Wilson's horse.
friend of ours. So don't all look at her too much.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing.
Pay attention.
Yeah, less
Yeah,
eyes on her, the
less
better.
eyes
Really.
on
If
her.
we're all just chatting away like it's nothing.
Yeah. Hey boy,
Like
Sid.
it's nothing.
Like it's nothing.
And
Hello boy. Hello boy. Hello boy.
Sid's a good, calming little horse, isn't she?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Sid's a good old soul.
The needle's in.
Needles
Yeah.
in.
Bring her back here if you can. Oh, I couldn't think it
Anymore.
anymore. Well done, Gray.
Well done.
That's a fantastic result.
Excellent.
All just,
Came to 100 yesterday.
yeah, she,
Oh, breathe.
see, she'll feel that,
Yeah.
that change in the room now.
Yeah.
That's what they feel.
Everyone, yeah, everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone just, it's like when I got a hold from her.
Yeah.
She just,
Yeah.
That's the bad bit, gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
they feel it all, see.
Yeah.
Well done, my hero.
Well, the hard work was done by you guys before I ever got it.
Well, you still had to do your bit, and that took a special feel there, mate. Well done.
That's a bit weak,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Told you I was happy he was coming.
Are we leaving the horses still in here or
Yeah,
not?
yeah, we're leaving and have a munch now.
Okay.
Oh, she going.
She going.
Just
She's going.
Yeah.
Her eyes are going. Her eyes are going.
yeah, just leave her now.
Which she's not going to. Is she going to drop?
No, she shouldn't
she-
drop. There's an amount goes in
Yeah.
that. That's it.
She's feeling that, isn't she?
And she
Yeah,
needs
it's
to.
not
She
like
needs to be quite sedated because she's probably never had the tough clamp in there. You know, because she's got a. It's a bit up. Have you ever seen that done?
I recently had a picture the other day.
Yeah.
Released that one.
I don't look good naked anymore.
You're right, kiddo. All right.
Oh yeah, because all of
Ah.
that. Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Took a couple of injections, mate.
Now he's a man here who does, what is it, strongman, isn't it? You're a genuine
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
No, I can't.
He's a genuine Iron
I
Man.
failed at Iron Man. They made me Tin Man instead. There's malocclusion, and there's a step mouth going on. We can improve these teeth to a certain extent by creating a straighter dental arcade. But ultimately, there's ages on our side, isn't it?
But
That's what I'm looking for. There's a periodontal pocket.
okay.
So which means the gums receded from the lower left arcade between the second and third cheek teeth.
Yeah.
That's 307 and 308. So what I can do, I can reduce the packing of the food into that by taking the opposite tooth out of occlusion,
Wow.
which would help relieve the pain to a certain extent, but it won't cure it because once the gum's fallen away, it
Yeah,
stays
yeah,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Will she be able to eat better though with that?
Yes.
Because she's dropping everything. Even her hay she can't.
God love her. It's probably only things like grass keeping her alive, to be honest.
Really?
Hay's the hardest thing to eat. So that's overcome the parasedation, hasn't it? See if I can turn it down a bit. Again. Pause down.
What Graham's going to do then now, because she's so fearful, even through that sedation, he's going to put cotton wool in her ears so she doesn't get frightened of the noise. So it'll blank that out a little bit, and he's going to give her another little sedative, right? And then hopefully she'll be a little bit calmer then. But it just shows the amount, he's just said now, it shows the amount of fear. She's absolutely petrified, but, you know, and it might take even a week to get her back on side a little bit, because in a way we've let her down now, in a way we've showed her that she's fine with us, it's on her terms, it's all good, and then this, you know what I mean? So, but like he said, what's keeping her alive is grass, so she won't be in here much, I suppose, now, will she? She's not in here much anyway. She's always on the field, so that's good. And look at that, guys. The earplugs have made a big difference, and another little shot. I'm quite happy there. Okay, guys, so you can see here with the mounted shooting, when they shoot off horseback, look, those horses have all got earplugs in, and it makes an absolute huge difference to the horse, because they couldn't, you know, you've got to remember how loud those guns are right next to their ears, so that just shows you the importance. Getting their teeth done, what a great sight. That's fantastic. What's that? Tetanus, did you say?
Yeah. Oh, little girl. And a blood sample just to check her liver.
A blood, oh, she's taking a blood.
Yeah, to take a liver and things because of her age and stuff.
always feel like I'm a little bastard every time I inject them.
Oh.
It's not their fault. Is it?
No, I know.
We'll have a little shot of when Graham found actually will say bye.
They're no longer growing. They're just sort of there. They remain the same length. And eventually the root attachment to the gum will fail and the tooth will fall out sequentially one by one. That's she's at that age now. But when the teeth are expired like that, they're no longer painful either.
Right, okay.
So they're doing a job. The only thing that is painful, like I said, is that gum. The gum has got a blood supply, it has got nerves. It is potentially going to pack food if her incisors grow long again. So at the point where you think, oh, I tell you what, she's gone to rapid weight loss again, assuming the liver's fine, that's when she's thinking that could be 6 months, it could be 2 years.
I was just thinking if I carried on working with her, then being handled.
Oh, definitely.
It's only been a month, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you keep handling her, definitely. Letting her know that, you know, she hasn't got to fear humans. So, yeah.
She's come such a long way in that time.
Alrighty then.
That's it then.
Excellent.
Don't make a massive deal of that or what?
The end of this video is going to be much more uplifting than so far because it's been a bit tense. So me and Tanya invited Kenny and Rhiannon up to our place to have a little bit of fun, a little drink, and, you know, to have a little for Kenny because he's got like horse mad really now and he's definitely good with horses, there's no doubt. So we invited them over, so we'll have a few clips of that in a minute and Kenny's first ride on Nita. And also I'm going to put a couple of clips in now. Kenny and Rhiannon sent us a few clips of, you know, how it's been going since, because there was about a week in between that and then coming to ours, and how well it had gone. I didn't think that she would be caught very easily after this, and I was absolutely gobsmacked really. On the evening, they let her out after all of that, what went on with the teeth and injections. Do you know what? She let them walk right up to her and catch her and rub her and put her in the big paddock. So how about that? I didn't expect that, but she did. You know, it's just yeah, it's complicated, isn't it, with some of the things they do. So yeah, I'll show you a few clips now what they sent, and then the little trip to ours. Okay. Look at Kenny looking the part.
Have you got anything for me to shoot?
Yeah, we'll have a look now. Can you shoot?
I don't know, we'll find out.
Yeah. Go on then, Ken, let's see what you're made of. Yeah! Yeah, you're joking. Kenny! John Wayne! Bring her down to you. Looking the part there, mate.
Right, so we try a look. Nice.
Lovely. Come towards me. Look between the ears. And forward with the handbrake legs. Back up 2 paces. Pick up. Pick up. 1, 2. Yes. How's that feel, kiddo? She drops her head. When you squeeze both feet gently, I want you to release the squeeze when she drops. She dropped it. Do you see that? Yeah. Right. In a minute, you can imagine her neck going down now to relax her. Squeeze and take it off. Take it off. Right. Yes. Good boy. How's that feel? Now back her up. That was unrequested forward motion. Back her up 2 paces. Lovely. Right. So every time she goes forward now, it gives you an opportunity.
What are you laughing at?
His motto.
Right.
I
Right.
want one of the t-shirts.
Yeah,
Right.
I think everybody wants a t-shirt.
So what I want you to do, I'm just going to go forward. There, now take it off. Lovely, you just lowered her head. You see how light it can be?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, now think about it now. I want you to...
That's why I was squeezing too hard. and
Too
that's why I
hard.
started going
So
forward as
there's a
well.
saying, you always do as little as it can
Little as you need
take.
to, right, yeah.
As little as it can take, but do enough. Right, go on a little circle to your left then. Remember your outside leg back. Look left. Lovely. And then just keep your body going and just work your legs. Go towards the main gate and then turn around. Can you follow? Work your legs. Bump, not too hard. Nice loose rein. And just check your stop. Get ready to stop and back up 1 pace. Yeah, now go again. Look where you're going. Just have focus where you're going. And then come back towards us. Bring your right hand out wide and nice and gentle. Wide and nice and gentle. Look between the ears for your balance. And then just stop her now. Sit down, say whoa. That your first trot? Yeah. Back her up because there was 2 paces. Look at that. Stop. Give her a real nice rub now. How fantastic for Kenny. He rode Nita as his first ride on a horse. And this is Nita when she was young. She's old now, but this is when she was young in Spain. But I wonder if, you know what, she took to him straight away. She took to Kenny straight away. And how wonderful to someone to have their first horse ride on someone like Nita. I wish I could have done when I was younger, but yeah, it was fantastic to see that. Hi guys. Well, it's not very often you'll see me in a Stetson these days, but seeing that little clip of years ago when I was riding Nita, I think this is the actual hat that I had, so I thought I'd put it on. It just made me sort of reminisce a bit. So yeah, this is the pretty much the end now of this second video of Pearl. I don't know if there'll be another one. Yeah, that's pretty much the end for me. Now, what a story she's been, and how she's touched so many people. And these are my sort of final thoughts on it, really. So I'll just go through a few things that's come from meeting Pearl and helping Pearl. I'll go through those now. Now, I'll start off by saying I don't know how deep things can actually get. I'm very much not, you know, I try not to be too cosmic about horses, too deep, too on the other side of things. I just have enough in my head to just keep things pretty basic and enjoy my horses and not get too in depth into the mystical side of it. No doubt there is something there with that side of things. And I know some horsemen, or a lot of horsemen, follow that kind of thing. But you know what, maybe with this one, it's just so strange that all of us who have been involved with her and helped her get over. I mean, she probably wouldn't be here now if I hadn't gone and helped, or very much near the end, which is not the case now. I have definitely. It's as if she's give us all back 1,000 times. Anyone who helped her, it's as if she knew it's all coming back to us 1,000 times. Not that we did it for that reason. I mean, I myself, we'll start with myself. How's it helped me? Well, I've become, since the first video went out, there's been a couple of million views. Never expected that. You know, involved with the story, worrying about how she's getting on. She really touched a lot of people. And with the mental health side of it, with Rhiannon, it resonated with a lot of people. So I've become more popular because of her. I've got lots of work from that, so I can help more people. Tanya, I mean, obviously the fact that I've got a lot more work now and I'm going to be able to do my clinics, get those mainly full and demos. You know, Tanya doesn't have to stand in Tesco's. I mean, Tanya had to stand in Tesco. She got a bad back and used to have to often stand all day doing demonstrations in Tesco's. Well, she doesn't need to do that now because she helps me with my horsemanship site, which is busier now. I need her anyway. So it's helped me. It's helped Tanya. Then you've got Kenny. I mean, let's say about Kenny. Kenny, people who know Kenny, including Rhiannon's been telling me he's a totally different guy in the last month or so. You know, he's got focus now. He absolutely loves working with horses. He can see, you know, I've showed him a few things. He's learnt quite a bit, and he's doing it right. And without a doubt, he's got a nice way. Horses know if you're a nice person or not. That's one thing. I mean, I'm not into all the voodoo stuff, but they tend to know if you're not going to do them harm. And in the end of the day, it's how we make, all that's important to a horse is how we make them feel in our presence. And, you know, they feel good with him. Nita took to him straight away. Nita can be funny with guys, to be honest, and she took to him. So he's really, really in a different place now. He's happy. He's his relationship with Rhiannon has just gone out the roof now. I mean, he's becoming a little celebrity as well. You know, he's got his own little page now, I think on Facebook. And you know, he's just a likeable lad, and I think he's got a better future because of Pearl. So Pearl's helped him as well, no end. I mean, things are on the up. It wasn't really that way before Pearl, you know. So there's that, and then you've got Rhiannon. I mean, let's talk about Rhiannon. To be honest, with Rhiannon, it doesn't seem like 5 minutes ago. I mean, it is over a month now. But Rhiannon was, I didn't know this, but she's told me she was at one of her lowest ebbs ever. She was losing, she loves Pearl. And she calls her the old girl and, you know, never give up on the old ones. I mean, that's something that resonates with this world today, doesn't it, with what's going on with viruses and things, and we don't give up on the old folks. Well, she sees a lot, or saw a lot of herself in Pearl, so she's always like resonated to her and wanted to keep her going the best she can. Well, when she realised she couldn't catch her, and the more she tried it got worse. She was at the lowest ebb, and she actually said to me, Steve, the fact that we've got to where we are now has actually saved me. And that's quite deep, isn't it? So it's done a lot for Rhiannon. Rhiannon is in a different place now. She is so happy. She's even in her eyes. I mean, she came up here and spent a couple of hours here a few days ago, and she was in a different place. Totally different aura about her. Everything's looking up. She was talking about she can see a real good future with Kenny now. They were talking about things like that. She's set up a site now called, and I'll put a little screenshot of this now, called Pearl and Rhiannon's Journey. So that's the group, guys. Pearl and Rhiannon's Journey together. So if you want to look that up on Facebook, you can keep a check on how she gets on in the future. We certainly will. It's on Facebook. They got stuff. Thousands of people on it now, and people have started giving, wanted to give. She didn't want to take anything, but people are giving to her now, and it's making it so much easier because she had no money to look after all these horses, but somehow the family did it. People have given, like somebody even said they pay for the teeth. I mean, that's a big bill, isn't it? And so they've said, no, we'll pay for that. So look, all of these things are helping. And she's even rode a horse again. She hasn't rode a horse for a long, long time because she's just been too depressed too, and it tires her out too much. She found a bit of energy, and there's a little clip here of her riding her old horse that she used to ride. So, you know, so look what she's Pearl's given her. She's given. So it's like she's paying everyone back 1 million times over. So it's just wonderful, really. So that's it. I think that I've said my little bit. Do you know what? I've got a feeling the way the world's, this is my little thought here. Horses used to be used. Horses were a massive part of human existence and power, and like they're more pets now, really, and to enjoy. But I can see with the way fossil fuels might be running out, the way everything's going, I got a feeling we're going to all start having horses as our partners to use as horsepower for a reason again. And this little clip here will show you what it was like. Not that too long ago. So we best all start learning how to get with horses again and not just use them as pets, how to really get them to want to work for us, because I can see that happening again. So yeah, that's about it now. That's definitely it. I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, that's it. Guys, to the future then, we're going to have a little toast. Who are we going to toast to? Any ideas? To Pearl. Yeah. What okay then, to Pearl. Ooh. Yummy, yummy. To Pearl. Yeah. So that's it, guys. I'll leave you with this photo that was sent to me of Pearl, and just looking, I just can't believe the difference. Just look at her there. She's just in a totally different world, isn't she? You know, not a world of fear now. So how fantastic is that? So I'll leave you now. If you can, share the video for me, that would be fantastic. Share her story, and hopefully people will get something out of it. So that's it.